Hello students, myself Garima Vidyasurya. Today I am going to deliver my lecture on basic probability. First of all, I am going to define what is probability. Probability tells how likely an event is to be happened. It measures the chance or possibility of something occurring. The formula that we have to use to find the probability is probability of any event P equals to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of all possible outcomes. For example, if we toss a coin, then the probability of getting head is 1 by 2. Second example, when we roll a die, then probability of getting 4 is 1 by 6. Now I'm going to define what is the range of the probability. The probability is always lies in between 0 to 1. Now I'm going to define two important terms regarding probability. First is impossible event and second is certain event. When the probability of any event is 0, then the event is known as impossible event. When the probability of happening any event is 1, then the event is known as certain event. Now I'm going to define some important terms regarding probability. First, experiment. Action that produce outcomes is known as experiment. Sample space. All possible outcomes known as sample space. Event. Specific result or set of result is known as event. Impossible event. When the probability of occurring any event is 0, then the event is known as impossible event. When the probability of occurring any event is 1, then the event is known as certain event. Now I am going to define types of probability. There are different types of probability. First is theoretical probability. Theoretical probability is based on reasoning. For example, if we roll a die and the probability of getting 6 we have to find, then the probability is given by 1 by 6. Second, experimental probability. Experimental probability is based on actual experiment. For example, if we toss a coin 100 times and we are getting 45 times head, then the probability of getting 45 is 0.45. Axiomatic probability. Axiomatic probability having some rules. First, probability can't be negative. If we find out the probability of any event E, then it is defined as P is always greater than or equal to 0. Second, total sample space probability is always 1, or we may write it P as equals to 1. Now, if we are having two mutual exclusive event E1 and E2, then the probability of E1 or E2, it will be equal to PE1 plus PE2. For example, if we are running a die and we have to find out the probability of getting 1 or 2, then it will be 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6, that is 2 by 6, or we can write it 1 by 3. Now next is conditional probability. Probability of an event happening given that another event has already happened, then the event is known as conditional probability, and it is write as probability of A happening B equals to P A intersection B upon PB, or read as probability of A happening when B is already known to have happened. Now the question is, why do we need conditional probability? We need conditional probability because sometimes the chance of an event changes when we get new information. Now we will discuss more on basic probability in next lecture. Thank you. Have a great day.